we're back.
Hi, we're back
Hi.
again.
Hi.
The things that we used to make all of this stuff work decided I
It
did
didn't
one
wanna
extra
work.
thing, so it said no.
All right, but yeah, let us know if you see us.
Yes, you should be able to see us, and hopefully you can hear us. I think. Yeah, you can.
Hooray!
Cool. Great. Hi, I am Jiraiya Archuleta, joined by Robbie,
Hello.
Tim, and then the person that you are seeing above my head, right here.
Yeah.
We're seeing a very blue Pusheen inside of our fridge. This is a fridge that you hear
Every single
constantly
life.
on our streams
Yeah.
because it's loud as shit. So now you can see it be loud as shit too.
Hello.
And you can see the drinks we have. You can see the things that we will be consuming throughout the night.
You can see me. I'm in it.
He's
Ha-ha.
in the he's the only cold in this room.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
It
in
is
here.
so hot in this room that I am sweating, and it looks like my hairline is drawn on for how hot it is.
It is 82 degrees outside. It is 150 in here. I swear to God.
We're being slow cooked in this room.
My shirt, I literally have to pick it off of me. It's the worst.
But hey, it's pregame. is the
Pregame,
new name.
yeah.
I guess. It used to be called post credits.
Which made more sense when we did it on.
When we did it on Podbean
Yeah.
Live, when we did it directly after our normal recorded show, 'cause it's like, hey, what's the thing we're doing
After we record.
what's that happens after the credits? Well, that's the thing that happens after it.
We no longer have credits, I guess.
That's what happened. Well, now it's just we do this before the next show. So now we just have tripled our content, kind of, which is, turns out, tiring.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
That's what it ends up being. It ends up being a lot. I'm going to take this earbud that's in my ear out.
So you're not hearing yourself twice.
Yeah, it's kind of hard
It's
to
a
talk that
little
way.
distracting.
A little bit. So yeah, hey,
Hey, everyone.
how's everybody doing out there in the good, I hope. Robbie.
Yeah?
How things been?
Things been okay. Like I said before, just got back from a trip last week.
And boy, are my arms wait, did you fly?
No.
Oh.
And
Never
boy, are
mind.
my legs tired.
Boy, are my eggs scrambled? I don't know.
That's not good. I think that you just gotta stop riding a bike.
I think you're inside the heat too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is. Okay, I gotta tell you this. This may be gross. We made chili dogs for dinner while we were watching the movie and stuff like that for
Yeah.
the show that we record on Saturdays. Grated a bunch of cheese. It is so hot that the cheese literally melted on the plate on the counter.
Yeah, and basically have glizzies for hot dogs, the hot dogs that we did not eat.
Yeah. So,
You know
ugh.
what Glizzy is?
Kind of, yeah, because like a glizzy is like a glistening hot dog on a hot dog roller.
I just thought glizzy just meant hot dog
It's a slang term for hot dog.
or like penis.
One says hot and humid,
Same.
so steamed. Yes,
Yeah,
we
it's
are a bunch of steamed broccoli.
That's what they call me.
poached egg.
Poached egg.
Poached egg Jiraiya. That's the nickname you want.
Uh,
So yeah.
But yeah,
Um.
I definitely went and had a trip down, visit my mom in a place that's not nearly as hot as this place.
Not even close,
Yeah.
man.
But that was fun. I told you guys a little bit about that. I told you the shirt story. I told you guys the not Dunkin' Donuts, the Krispy Kreme story,
Yeah. So you gotta listen to the podcast if you want to hear all about
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme.
and all those shenanigans. I told you guys about like the weird internet thing that's happening with the apartment complex.
Yeah. What I want to talk about, Robbie,
All right.
and maybe we won't talk about this too much because I don't want to spoil a lot. Stranger Things season 4.
Yeah, I jumped on that almost right away. There's someone that I work with who like just binge watched the entire thing right away.
Same. I watched the entire thing in 3 days.
It took me an entire week, but I had to like sit down. Like I watched the first 2 episodes back to back, and then because I work a really odd schedule, I had to just like get home or at night after work and like have like something like to eat, like I guess an apple or something, and then like just watch an episode and then go to bed and then.
I
do the same
guess
thing.
like a fucking, I don't know, I think like an apple or some shit. I don't fucking know.
could have been an orange. Could have been a cockroach. I don't fucking remember.
It might have been an orangutan. I'm not sure. Anyway, season 4.
Yeah.
It is super long. Long as hell.
Considering we're only halfway through it right now.
Not halfway. There's only 2 more episodes.
Oh, part 2 is only 2 episodes.
Yeah, they're still editing them
Huh.
and doing effects. That's why there's
Why
a
didn't they
gap.
just release it like weekly or something if they were gonna?
I'm happy they didn't, just because of gotta watch it all at once, and it's good. I'm gonna say something that might be a little controversial.
It's good.
I think it's the best season they've ever had.
I agree.
People were real down on all of it. They're like, "Oh, season 1's the only thing that ever should have existed, and season 2 and 3 are garbage." I think season 2 is forgettable. There's like a lot of big plot points that happen, but ultimately it's kind of slow. Season 3, I'm still gonna say it, awesome. Season 3 is awesome. It's 6 episodes. It's like one long movie. Season 4, every episode is film length.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's awful.
I'm not
Well,
even kidding. They are between an
Not
hour
quite.
and 9 minutes
Yeah, I was
and an
gonna say-
hour and 30.
I was gonna say I think the first 6 are about an hour and 9 minutes apiece, and then
Yeah.
the last episode is basically a full movie.
And then the last 2 episodes are episode 8 is going to be an hour 40. Episode 9 is going to be 2.5. Yes.
Hello, Sam.
Oh, hi Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Sam
We're
says
not
no
going to spoil it.
spoilers.
Yeah.
We're not going to spoil it. You haven't
I
finished
am.
it yet? Kidding me?
I'm spoiling the whole thing. They meet up with Scooby Doo. It's like
Eat!
robba robba.
Come on, man.
We're trying to not spoil
Yeah.
it.
Sorry.
Oh.
We can't let people know that Scooby Doo is secretly a Muppet.
Oh, damn it.
But yeah, I love it. It is such a clean and clear shift to like
Yes.
this is high intensity drama. This is prestige television now.
Yeah.
You don't
I
like
think
dramas.
Huh?
Thought you don't like drama.
I love dramas. I don't like drama. Don't get me no drama. But like
he doesn't
I like
like-
drama.
Save the drama for your mama.
he doesn't
Exactly.
like ABC drama.
Well, but I also watch an ABC drama show. That's
Yeah.
Sad Bros. So I don't know what I like either. I think that's what I'm getting
You have
to.
distinctive tastes that you're not even 100% sure of.
No one's aware of. I love it. It is clearly adult now.
Yeah.
Like season 1, I think you can get away with saying like kind of meant for preteens and teenagers.
Yeah.
Season 2, same thing. Season 3, getting more to like college. Season 4, adult. It's just like
Right.
straight up meant for adults.
feel like I don't know how they got away with the rating that they got away with it. Like I'm totally fine with everything that happens in season 4. I'm on the 100% agreeing with you that season 4 is the best season that they've had.
Yeah.
But like for it being TV 14, basically the PG-13 rated version of TV
Yeah.
thing, I don't know how they got away with it for how much gore and violence is actually
Well,
in
it's
season
that
4.
14 really. Like if it was a movie, it would have been rated R. But since you can go up to 14, that's how they can do it. Like
14-year-olds immediately can handle way more than 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's just
13-year-olds, you
science.
gotta dial it down a
Yeah.
little bit, but 14-year-olds, you can watch someone rip out someone's jugular and it's fine.
It's just how it's what science is how it works, Robbie.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
It's when you
Yeah.
get that maturity of being able to see that much gore is 14 apparently.
Yeah, that's why.
Seeing someone's eyes pop out of their sockets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam says Sad Bros is awful. She's watched one episode, and she's not wrong. But there's a lot of context she was missing. She didn't have everything she needed. I'm gonna say, but still, like, yeah, it's not like good TV. It's fun TV.
Try will watch Sad Bros and then criticize me for watching episodic cartoons.
You are right. God damn it, you're correct.
But hey, it'll be really interesting in like 4 years when I finally start Stranger Things, assuming it doesn't get like thrown into the stratosphere when Netflix falls.
I feel like because there are DVDs of the seasons for
Oh, yeah?
Stranger Things. And so I feel like, they would have that. And then I feel like Stranger Things, if like Netflix did go under, that is something they would definitely put on DVD as like a Netflix original to like try to make back some money after
I
bankruptcy.
mean,
if
something will
happened.
want to gobble it up too.
No matter what, there will be a season 5 of Stranger Things, one
Yeah.
way or another.
Because I remember seeing that too. Is like they're saying they're gonna have this season and then they're guaranteed one more season and then probably
And
done
then-
with the show.
And then they're done with it. Yeah.
I mean, it'll be very interesting because apparently Netflix's Hail Mary was to fund a Squid Games game show.
Yeah, I heard about
and
that
completely
too.
misunderstand the point of Squid Games.
and make a second season. Greenlit a second
Yeah,
season.
and
that's in
greenlight a second
development.
season. Also, arguably misunderstanding the point of Squid Games.
Yeah. Yep.
They canceled all their animated and other random shows to make live action game show Squid Games.
They did it. That's what you wanted from Netflix, right? Right, everybody?
I hope it flops. It would be great.
It will. It totally
There's a
will.
lot of things that they've done that have flopped. Like that's kind of the whole problem is like they keep on saying they have to have more money to do like all these different ideas, but like the thing is like maybe 1 in 10 of them work, so they're not making their money back on like a lot of these original ideas that they're putting forward.
like the issue is just like what they consider a success.
Yeah.
Right. So here's the other thing. Stranger Things season 4 is the most watched television show like ever. Like ever.
Yeah. I remember like seeing an advertisement for it like within 1 week of it being on Netflix, something like 270 million hours that has been streamed thus far,
which is like half an episode length. So like not people haven't gotten far into it. There's long episodes. No, yeah, like it's literally the most watched television show ever made. So like they're making money still, you know.
Right.
Like Netflix isn't going to be not a thing. There's going to be much smaller.
They'll probably
thing.
just end up being like a producer.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I could see them just becoming a studio, honestly.
I hope it just goes to HBO Max because
HBO Max is good. It's a good
It is.
service.
It's really good.
It's
it and Netflix are single-handedly keeping the animation industry afloat, arguably.
well, now.
Well, actually, not Netflix anymore. They fucking canceled everything.
Yeah, they sure did. Also, I gotta say, you can see my reflection in, or not the mirror, the fridge.
Yeah.
I like this right here. I like this.
Is it distracting?
It's a little distracting because I
it's
keep
funny.
staring at it.
Right.
The more important thing is it's fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's the ultimate goal here.
Yeah.
We hope you get away with a smile on your face after leaving the last one in podcast stream. Thank you for flying with Last One's Airlines.
We know you have a lot of choices when it comes to streaming platforms on Twitch. We're glad that you chose ours.
Please keep your trays in an upright position and buckle in your seatbelts. We may miss the airport. If we do, don't worry.
Oh no.
It's on purpose.
We're just going to a secret island, and we're going to be selling you all off to a fight club. So
Yeah, we actually are partnered with Netflix. You are going to be part of Squid Game, I have been told it's called.
I want it to go so poorly in production.
I want everything to go wrong. I want it's not interesting to watch. They lose half the footage. Fucking no one gives a shit, so no one
Like none
watches
of the actors
it.
are putting any effort forward because they're just tired of being a part of it.
The winner is the worst person there. Like, they're just insufferable.
Just awful human being.
Yeah, and like the runner-up literally doesn't say a single word the entire time.
The thing that you just said, I don't mean to get off track, but that's what this show is, so fuck it. When you said they lose all their footage, it unlocked a memory in my head. There was this Christian documentary travel series that my brother bought and watched, and it was like a whole church thing we did when I did the church thing a million years ago. And season 1 was like a normal travel documentary kind of thing, right? They travel, they go look at stuff, they throw Bibles at people, whatever they do.
As Christians do.
They carry it, they just throw it across the room, hit people in the head with it.
It's like in Castlevania when you like throw the holy water. They do that with like a Bible.
So anyway, season 1, like, get rid of the religious part. It's still interesting to watch them like go into jungles and see tribes and stuff like that. That part's cool. Season 2, they lost all their footage. Like, I think it's episode 4. They're like, they get back to the studio and they're like, by the way, we lost all of our footage with this virus. And they're like, we couldn't make this up if we tried. It is the Satan virus. And they show the screen, and
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
a skull laughing, and it says 666 everywhere on the screen. And immediately I was like, oh, okay, so they're just full of shit. And I turned it off.
Nice. That is fucking hilarious.
That is pretty funny.
Sorry, memory unlocked.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
mean, also speaking of those things too, when it comes to like streaming services, like it's still like ridiculous some of the saturated things that they're doing for some streaming. Like one good example, one I'm actually debating on getting once I actually have like because I'm in the midst of like trying to work towards getting a better phone service. I actually have like a phone that works at work, so I can like listen to things.
what do you have, Sprint?
I have what Sprint event are turned into.
You
Yeah,
think with two of them combining, they would get better, but
You would
surprisingly,
think so,
no.
but like my phone worked fine whenever I was part of Sprint, but as soon as T-Mobile absorbed them, now I just work in a dead spot for them, so I need to like get a new phone carrier.
I don't want to say I can't believe they let that merger happen, because I super can believe it.
Yeah.
It's insane that that was just fine, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but anyways, one thing that I'm actually thinking about getting just because like it has some content that I would actually be interested in, and I've seen a couple previews on YouTube that like, kind of like got me interested in it, is College Humor has their own streaming service called Dropout TV.
Yeah, I saw that too. Actually,
Yeah.
they have a pretty good. They have a couple of good like comedy like
Yeah,
Quiz
they have some
shows.
game shows on there. They
Yeah.
have a couple of sketch shows that they do on there. They actually do like a D&D thing there. I
Yeah,
was gonna
yeah,
say
they
like a
do.
tabletop thing, but it's mostly just D&D.
yeah, it's neat.
Like so, like they have that thing. They have like a couple different shows when it comes to D&D. Like, which
Yeah.
I love that content because it's long form. I can listen to something go for 4 hours while I work at or do my job and things like that.
Sure.
You don't have to remember a single thing.
Technically, I don't, but usually I do.
Hmm.
But like, there's that. One thing that I've been getting advertisements for on YouTube lately, though, is something called Daily Wire, which I'm pretty sure that like it's just like a hardcore right wing.
Daily Wire is British right wing, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
Because like the thing that I saw in there was like apparently they got a movie with Gina Carano, I think is her name.
The Star Wars lady.
Yeah.
Yep.
They got a movie with her where she's like getting revenge on a whole bunch of men and like basically saying she's uncancelable.
Yeah, they also made a movie that is Die Hard, but it's in a school.
You were talking
Oh.
about this.
It
I
came
remember.
out, and I just didn't realize it. I think I talked about this a couple of times on
Yeah.
here. But like, yeah, it's Die Hard, but a school shooting. So, you know, fun.
Oh boy. Yeah, trapped in a building with a bunch of armed men, only
Mhm.
it's a school.
Yep, little blonde lady goes and kills them all.
Oh
With
boy.
the power of freedom.
Sure.
That's how that works.
Yeah, that's totally how it works. But yeah, like apparently that did well, not that they're just advertising it on YouTube now.
Great.
Like I saw that, and then I guess they're making a documentary on what is a real woman, and they're asking like a whole bunch of trans people. And, like,
Ugh.
yeah,
Ugh,
yeah.
I hate it.
I just saw the preview of it, and I was like, I get what you're trying to do with this, but you're, no.
When you see that, you just got to immediately press the X. You just got to. This isn't relevant to me. Gotta
Yeah.
fuck off.
Whenever I like see
I mean-
those, I always think of this one video I saw where it was like some asshole like questioning random people about that stuff because they're assholes, and they were like, "You suck a woman's dick," and some guy was like, "Yeah, probably." He's like, "You'd suck a woman's dick." Already have. And I just love that. Like that's the best.
Just got back from that. Why you asking?
Yeah, like I'm just glad that happened because like that just is the best shutdown. Just like, yep.
Yeah.
You want
But-
to go next? What's up?
I thought you were gonna go about like that guy, the like this is what I believe changed my mind meme, of like how that originated. I thought you were
Oh,
talking about that for a second.
What's his name? Steven Chowder or something? No, I think it's
I don't
someone
even
completely
know.
unrelated. But like,
Last name Chowder is unfortunate.
no, I know which one. Like, it's white privilege doesn't exist. Change my mind. I think that's
Yeah.
the one you're thinking
He's
of.
done a couple.
Oh,
yeah.
that guy.
Yeah, he's done a couple of those, but like there's that one. One of them was about the Second Amendment, changed my mind. Another one of it was like gender theory, changed my mind.
I like
and
the
stuff
idea.
like
It
that.
just says Second Amendment. Change my mind. Like, not even like.
I don't remember exactly what it
coherent
was, but I
thought.
know it was like because it was like a super hot topic, but like pre-pandemic of just like gun reform and everything like that. And
Yeah.
like he was one of those people on the front lines, just like, oh, changing the gun laws isn't gonna do anything, blah 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 blah. And like he was arguing with college students with it, even though he has like years of experience in his thing, and they just like have an opinion.
Yeah, it's crazy how they can just, the most educated people ever, college students.
Yeah,
I just think it's always funny when everyone's like, "Why make a law? It's not going to change anything." But like, why make laws? Why make
Yeah.
any laws? Like, why make anything illegal? If everyone's going to do it anyway, it's fucking.
Yeah.
Why make anything? It's doesn't make sense. Okay,
Yeah.
is all I'm saying. Anyway, off of this
Yeah.
warm button issue,
yeah, because that's gonna go us on a whole other rabbit hole that might get us in trouble.
it certainly will. Hey, watching anything else, Robbie, lately?
Whenever I went to go down and visit my mom, I watched this really dumb Christian movie about how this guy was an alcoholic. And apparently, it's based off of a true story.
Those all are.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
but like apparently, this guy he becomes a cop, and Steven Crowder or whatever. Oh, what Sam said. So yeah, we couldn't even remember his name, but
I'm
in-
gonna
in
call
our
him.
mind, he's always gonna be
I'm
Chowder.
calling him Steven Chowder from now on.
I don't even know if that's
Steve
the right guy.
Chowder.
That might be a completely different asshole. for
Doesn't
all I
matter.
know.
He's always Steve Chowder to
Yeah.
us now. Anyways, they like because they're just like looking for a movie to watch that night, and
Sure.
they ended up it was called chain like
Chain
Every
Link Fence.
Broken Chain or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was called. It's on Prime. But
Django Unchained.
no, that would have been better.
That's a great movie.
That is.
But anyways, it was this movie where this guy he becomes a cop and like goes on the force and ends up like seeing stuff and like seeing dead people and realizing that's traumatic towards him, and so he turns to alcohol to deal with the fact that he's seeing dead bodies every day at work.
Sounds normal to me.
Yeah, and then like eventually like it's mostly like there's a lot of scenes of just like him sitting in a dark room drinking from a whiskey bottle or a vodka bottle.
So the writer really was stretching what he was doing with his
Kind
life.
of, yeah. But like it's that and like a lot of flashbacks of him like whenever he saw a dead body and how it affected him, stuff like that. So it's just like a lot of him either drinking or just like sadly looking into the camera while going and drinking from a bottle. And like there's a lot of that, but like the base story of it is like he sees all this stuff. He becomes an alcoholic, but he's married, ends up having a baby with his wife, and he decides he's going to quit drinking because of his daughter being born, and then realizes that it's hard to quit drinking after you've been an alcoholic and like gets shakes and everything, and then just starts drinking in secret, and, as one does.
Right, that's what you do when you're an alcoholic.
Yeah, and then ends up becoming an asshole alcoholic, as one does.
Right.
They're getting ready to have a second child, and she miscarries the second one. He goes off on like this whole big rampage. Eventually
Tears down the city.
No. The most that he does is like he ends up going to like there's a driver that hit a motorcyclist and killed the motorcyclist, and like he almost fights the guy who did that. He's just like, "You killed this man! You're a murderer!" and all that stuff like that. And
like, here's the thing. I get like having these stories in these movies. Like
Yeah.
every now and again, you're gonna get one that's really, really good. But like, where's the movie? And it would be awful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna state that. I should say it right away. But where's the movie where it's like, yeah, no, Jim's like a really good alcoholic. Like he's a great guy when he drinks. When he doesn't have the booze, shitty human. Just got like that guy doesn't exist. Like where's that movie?
Like
Yeah.
many of those, you can't have that movie because it sends a terrible message.
It sends out
Yeah.
the worst message
yeah,
possible.
the worst one.
Yeah.
But like eventually, like after his second child is miscarried, he ends up going off on a bender. His wife ends up finding out that not only is he still drinking, that he cheated on her because apparently he ended up he stopped this one woman, and he was gonna give her a ticket. Turns out she had a warrant for her arrest, and so she slept with him as a bribe to like not get arrested. And then they found out about it later, and so Eternal Affairs got involved, and he almost lost his job. And
This
so
movie sounds like too much.
it's a lot. And then like he tries to kill, like it does this thing wherever he's like gonna try to kill himself, but it's literally just like him putting his gun underneath his chin. And then he goes to a church and talks to a pastor who's played by Dean Cain, out of all people.
Sure, why not?
And then like basically just like, oh, you know what you're missing in your life? You're missing Jesus. And then like towards the end of the movie, he realizes that Jesus is the answer, and like takes all of his bottles that he's been hiding it around his house and burns them in his front lawn. And
Do not
now
burn
he's better.
alcohol. That is a terrible idea.
It counts. I mean,
Well,
I guess it counts in what you're trying to get.
How you burning it? Like, what's the goal?
Yeah.
Like, you just want to see something be on fire in like a controlled area? Maybe that's
Maybe.
fire's cool. Fire
You want,
looks
to be
cool.
the cool guy at the bonfire and just like throw a bottle of Bacardi 151 in the fire and watch it blow up?
Yeah, you want to be the cool guy at the fire? You want to be that guy that's like, hey, where's our fire extinguisher? What kind of bonfire you want? You
Yeah.
want a good bonfire? You want a shitty bonfire?
Okay.
Also, don't do this either.
But
But
the last
yeah.
one's in podcast does not condone setting fire
Yeah.
to alcohol.
I mean, to give a cautionary tale, something that actually did happen to me once, like a friend that we had growing up. I remember I went to a party of theirs once, and one of the guys like had Bacardi 151 with him, and he was
Worst drink ever.
Yeah, and he was drinking it straight from the bottle.
Oh, that's how you go blind.
Yeah. But while he was drinking it straight from the bottle, he went, "Hey, you guys want to see something cool?" And like poured it on the table and lit the table on fire. And because I'm me and I was like the only sober one at the party, I started like patting out the fire because I didn't have anything else to like put out the fire or anything. So I
course.
just had to like pat it down with my hands. And then like after I get the fire to go out, I just hear snickering and I can't figure out why. Apparently like there's enough Bacardi 151 on the table that it lit my hands on fire.
Yeah, you don't touch fire. You shouldn't touch fire.
He wasn't entirely sober.
Sad thing is I was entirely sober.
Okay, well, see, now you have no. You should have
I'm
just
just-
let E have, like defend you on that one.
This was whenever we were in high school, so
His brain wasn't developed.
It's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, Sam says they don't make Bacardi 151 anymore, probably because of shit like that.
probably.
Mhm, yeah.
Because like this is a small like you know where the loft was in the house
Yeah,
that I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
It was in that area that he lit a table on fire. So like
So stupid.
it was one of those I had to put it out now or else that house was gonna burn
You
down.
should have just let it burn down. They never learn if you solve all their issues, Robbie.
For things that happened later on in that friendship, I probably should have. I probably should have just ran downstairs and started yelling fire.
You know,
Just call 911 and leave.
Speaking of alcohol,
Yeah, are we
But
playing the
anyways,
game?
like this movie, It gets to the point where like he goes to Dean Cain, he goes to the church and like says like and it goes like the whole like the entire movie has been him telling him the story of like how he led him up to this moment, and basically tells him like, hey, it's it's because you don't have Jesus in your life, and then goes and takes all of his bottles and burns them out in the front yard, and his wife sees that, and then like it's him like slowly repairing his marriage at the end of it, and then the movie just kind of ends saying that like the guy who it's based on, I guess actually now works as a trauma counselor for a lot of police academies and stuff like that. But like, yeah, that's what it was like based off a true story of a guy who was an alcoholic because he was a cop.
All right, we're gonna play a game talking about alcohol. We got there
Okay.
naturally
Yeah.
somehow.
Totally naturally.
Dry doesn't like the fact I don't like alcohol.
I don't. It's unnatural. It's unseemly. There, I have a Mike's mango lemonade. Jesus Christ, that's loud. In the fridge there. I have a bunch of them. I'm gonna drink one as well. They're delicious. And I have the new Mountain Dew Baja mango in there. I'm gonna put them into two different shot glasses, and I'm gonna give them to eat, and I'm gonna say, hey, which one's alcohol? And we're gonna see which one's alcohol. I think it's in his head that he tastes the alcohol, because I don't taste the alcohol in that. So
Dry, as someone who has drank many beers in his life,
I wouldn't
doesn't
say
taste.
many beers.
I mean, more than E.
I've had more beers than I've ever expected to have in my life. I'm gonna say that, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you were
I'm gonna.
pretty straight edge growing up.
It was. I'm gonna go wash my hands because they're sweaty and gross, and then I'm gonna come back in here, and we're gonna take a look in our little fridge there. We got fridge cam, so I'll be right back.
All right. I guess me and Fridge E. Will...
I mean, while Dry's gone, since we were talking about Christian films, I'm gonna talk about I didn't watch the film. I liked the book though. There's one I grew up liking called The Same Kind of Different as Me. And I always liked that one because it's like about, well, it's about some white dude because, they have to be about some white dude. But like, his wife like convinces him that he's going to become like best friends with this homeless man because she saw it, Jesus told her or whatever.
Right.
That stuff. But it's like really about the story of the homeless man. And like, he was like a slave basically. So it's one of those like stories of a slave, but I always liked how it went. And like, I didn't realize till the second time I read that book for like a school project, I didn't realize that book was religious until I read it again. I was like, man, they sure talk about God a lot. But like, I always like that one. It's like a fun little story. And then
that is bright on stream.
One I don't like, I watched one with my mom, and it's the one about the kid who like almost died and he saw Jesus or whatever, and like talked about that.
Yeah, that kid who thought that Minecraft was made, or God made Minecraft for him.
Yeah, that was after this movie, I think. Maybe not, but that's not in the movie, at least. Are you trying to show off the?
Yeah, he's showing the drinks.
So, anyways, I always remember watching that, and like, it's not like particularly great, but I always thought it was interesting because the way it's shot, it isn't actually like about religion. It's about the faith of the pastor, and not like just in like he has faith. It's a lot of him like questioning his faith.
Okay.
And like wanting to like deciding what he needs to believe if he really believes his son saw Jesus in almost dying and all that. And like I always like it for that aspect. My mother took a very different approach to it, in which it showed that God was real.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what a lot of people do with the questioning of faith when it comes to movies like God Isn't Dead.
Yeah, God's not dead.
Sure. Whatever the name of that movie is.
I have placed 2 shots in front of E. I showed them to the
One
camera
of Mike,
slightly.
One
is Mike's Mango Hard Lemonade, and one is Mountain Dew Baja Blast Mango. And E's going to say which one is which. Tried one of them.
Say he tried square.
He tried the other one.
He tried square glass first, and then round glass
I think
second.
the square one's the Mike's Heart.
Pulled him.
Really?
Okay.
Got him.
Really?
Really.
I kind of want to try this out.
See,
Like-
you can't. You don't even know what alcohol is.
Like I'll even cover my eyes for this one. So dry.
Well, in that case, I don't like the flavor of this Mountain Dew.
Fair. I mean, it's one of those conversations we've had about Mountain Dew with like I don't like original Mountain Dew, but like flavored Mountain Dew I'm usually pretty okay with. Like Baja Blast and Code Red and Livewire, and I'm pretty sure this mango Mountain Dew is gonna be fine.
Well, it's stuck in my mouth now, so you have that going for you, Jiraiya.
Okay.
Tasters note.
This one's the Mike's
How do you know?
because it has a little bit of that kick, especially with the aftertaste. It has a little bit of that kick. Yeah, this one's definitely Mountain.
Yep, Robbie got it right.
I think part of it is that mango Mountain Dew actually is pretty.
It's delicious.
Like
Neither
they're both
were
good.
Neither were good.
I like them both, but I think I like kind
All
of.
right,
like
let's
more
see
of
if
that
Jiraiya
tropical-
can tell the difference. Actually,
while
you know
holding
what?
the cans in his hand.
Robbie, pour Jiraiya some. Let's see if he can tell
Okay.
the difference. Don't look. We're all getting a little swig of
Yeah.
each other's spit.
I have COVID.
Damn it.
no.
Keyblade down.
Take down. Everything down. It's falling apart. The entire stream is falling apart. Alcohol got involved for 20 seconds.
I'm gonna grab water.
Okay, I'll entertain people, maybe. E did not like that mango Mountain Dew at all. I'm gonna close my eyes even. Take my glasses off. So I'm right there on the mic. Yeah. Okay. Recently, no. I'm gonna say the last Christian movie I've seen was probably, like all the way through from start to finish was God's Not Dead. It was 100% God's Not Dead. Movie's racist as shit, man. Yeah. Are you good? Bringing them to me? I'm gonna close my eyes even. Hand me one of them. The mics. That's the Mountain Dew. Yeah. They're both absolutely delicious, though.
They're both garbage.
Really close to Jiraiya. And there goes my water.
You want the Mountain Dew or you want the mics, Robbie?
I mean, honestly, either or would be fine with me.
I'll give you the Mountain Dew.
Okay.
Get you a little boost, a kick.
Sounds good to me. Since I'm always the one that's tired on the stream. Yeah, there's a little bit more of like a... Get a little bit more of that alcohol kick with the mics. Which is something that Mike's is known for anyways.
But tons of flavor.
Yeah.
Tons of mango in there.
Taste mango.
I just had a burp that tasted like hot dogs with the Mike's mango.
Yeah, me too.
That was weird.
Probably thinking more artificial.
I know. They're pretty artificially flavored.
Yeah, they're both pretty artificial.
I think of like the mango high chew.
Oh, mango high chews better than those.
Or like obviously a fresh mango.
Yeah,
That's
of course.
cheating.
Yeah. All right, that was us drinking stuff.
Yeah.
That's that portion of the show.
Fuck Mountain Dew. Fuck Mike. Never sponsor us.
Please sponsor us. I'll take all of it. Thank you.
We just can't have E on those episodes, apparently.
Beautiful mug smile. All right. Watch anything else there, E?
Yeah, since the last time we did one of these, I watched season 2 of Centaur World. That came out.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, the one about the horse.
Yeah.
Going into Centaur World.
Okay.
Season 2 came out. Season 2 is basically about building an army.
Of
to-
Centaur?
Well, horse has to build an army of Centaur while rider has to.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, and it goes really into the backstory of the villain, like how they got here, basically. I think it's very good. I think the last episode is carrying a lot of the weight of why I think it's very good. I think in general I might have liked season better, except for the finale. I think is
Okay.
that's most of my thoughts. It's like more of Centaur World. So if you wanted more Centaur World, it's really good.
What if I still never watched season 1 of Centaur World?
2 is out.
Okay, so we'll just go straight to season 2.
Yeah. I think you might enjoy Centaur World, but I'm gonna say it gets like a little much for me.
Of just being nonsense?
Yeah. So I don't know if you would. I think that you might quit. It is a musical though. You like those?
I do like musicals a lot, actually.
Yeah. So I think it would be a constant fight for you. Either you would constantly be like, "Oh, okay, that was neat," and like, "Ugh, why go somewhere else?" And you'd probably hate my favorite character.
Why is that?
She is very weird.
Ugh. I don't know. Weird in like what way?
She like
Quirky, weird.
kind of. I mean, her character trait is she's a kleptomaniac. So there's that to start.
So it's kind of like Breaking Bad.
No, well, like she's like. I mean, one thing I think you would hate. She does yell a lot, but like it's like a soft yell. I don't know how to explain it. Like she's like whispering a yell.
Like what we ask Robbie to do all the time, and he's like, no. It's
Yeah.
funnier if I really yell and wake the neighbors up.
Yeah.
Your
Um,
neighbors love me, Trya.
Yeah. There's a
They
lot.
totally haven't sent complaints to my apartment because they know where I live at this point.
I'll give him your address, that's why.
There's for sure like one episode I thought was pretty like mostly because I think I talk about this. I'm very tired of like meta stuff.
Yep,
I
you
think
do talk about that a lot.
Everything's like meta now, so I'm not as into it. There's like an episode where there's they like some bird tars go up and they're like, "Oh my god, we were watching everything you did," and like it's clearly they're like fanatics of.
Gotcha.
And like I don't, because of just how Netflix works, I don't think it had like actually been after the first season came out, so it's not like actually reflective of whatever happened with fans of the show. So it's just kind of like generic stuff.
Oh, like, oh, when the thing happened, oh my god.
Yeah, like they do the thing where like they're like, "Oh, when you were in the," because season 1 ended in a rift, so like they couldn't see. They're like, "What happened in the rift? We didn't get to see."
Uh-huh.
And like, so like they recreated it basically. And then all the fans were like, yeah, that wasn't very good. Maybe you should have did this.
Fans are like, we wouldn't be toxic in that way.
Well, like, I meant the birds in the show
Oh, okay.
acted like that. They were like, that wasn't very good.
Oh.
And like, it's just like, it's kind of tired for me at this point.
It sounds very tongue in cheek.
Yeah. Like, I think if everything wasn't so meta, I think it would be fun.
What do you mean by everything?
Just like a lot of the stuff I end up watching has a lot of like meta humor in it. So like, it's not literally everything, obviously.
Sure.
But there's a larger trend to making meta jokes nowadays in a lot of the stuff I watch.
I think for me, the highest level, or like the best that meta humor ever got was in Community. That has tons and tons and tons and tons of meta humor, which is why I'm certain you wouldn't actually like sitting down and watching it. Because it is.
If I watched it like I used to watch TV, I'd probably be fine. I still want the freaking thing I was talking about where I could just like add shows basically and randomize episodes.
Yeah, that would be awful for like a normal person. But like,
I don't know if I think that'd be awful for you. I think you really like super overestimate a lot of people.
Maybe, I guess. I don't know. But like, I would hate it.
I know you would hate it. It's not for you. You don't have to watch it like that.
No, it's for me or it's for nobody. Yeah. It's extremely meta. It's extremely like referential to itself. Like that is what that show is. So yeah, I don't think you'd be mad.
If I like watch Reina bits, I'd probably be fine. And like, I think Centaur World, what it was specifically, is like it didn't feel like it was directed at anything in particular. It just was like, hey, look, this is like how Netflix fans are. Isn't that kind of wacky?
And then next season they'll be like, oh, well, never mind. There's not a next season. Probably.
No, I don't think there is. I mean, the way it ended, I would be very surprised if there was a next season.
Oh, so even they were like aware that this was it.
I think they designed it in that way.
Okay.
I would have to check stuff for sure, but I think like they told the story they wanted.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of that. The middle, I wasn't like super into. I was like just fine.
Okay.
And I think a lot of it felt like it was retreading the first season until it got to the like last 2 episodes, and I thought those were done. And like, there's a lot of stakes. Centaur World, I still think is extremely funny. One of the jokes in the bird episode, like, they have one character dress up as Ryder, since Ryder's in the human world recruiting stuff, and the character is like, I know I could never replace Ryder for you, and then Horse is like, yeah, can't. Just the bluntness is really funny, because like the character who did it is like very overprotective stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, ultimately though it was good, and I think it was a very good ending of Centaur World. It did the same thing I complained about Kid Cosmic doing, where like you do like a fake death and like try really fucking hard to like convince you it's gonna be true. And I almost wonder if like Netflix is giving them notes to do these things now.
It's one of those things that like I was kind of questioning with that movie Beer Fest, whether you would like it or not. Was there's one joke that they have in there where like one of the characters dies in there, and then like they have the funeral and everything, and it's like this whole big sad moment for the team. And then like his twin brother just comes up out of nowhere and says like he wants to join their team, and then like, oh yeah, my brother talked about you all the time. I know who you are, know who you are, know who you are. And they had like this dumb joke of like, wow, it's gonna be like nothing ever happened at all.
See, that would be fine, because that's like a joke.
Yeah.
The things with these shows is like they want you to believe the character is dead.
Okay.
And like they also, I'll give them credit, they did super just murder someone. Actually, they murdered a couple people, but like they like super murdered someone in the finale too. Like they killed the villain. That's something that doesn't always happen with these shows.
Crazy to me, because that's like, I would feel like the most basic thing to do at the end of a show.
I mean, like, there's a lot of like half measures ultimately, because like I sent you a thing showing how much fucking cartoon creators have to deal with stupid standards and practices.
Yes, that was hilarious.
I sent Dragon one for Gravity Falls, because Gravity Falls is notorious for how much got fucking censored in the end. But honestly, the fact Gravity Falls got to where it was is kind of an amazement.
The fact that like a very silly show got to the point to where it was like very, very serious, and they gave them just like basically a film at the end to finish their story, pretty cool.
Yeah, but yeah, with the standards and practices, there was so much stupid stuff. Like one of the ones he
Also
showed.
plain.
Yeah, that's
It's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
I remember one of the ones in that thing I said try is like, we don't like that Mabel says poop face, because we think it could be very much misconstrued with shit face. And it was okay in the episode when she said poop boots and butts, because that is more of silly. And then he was just like, what?
Yeah, there's like someone who's like responding like, I
Those
will
are,
not respond to
That's
this.
Alex Hirsch.
Yeah,
He sent that back to the standards and practices.
hilarious.
The best one is like, he had to fight, because there's like a poster for a teen party, and he had it say, bottles will be spun, spin the bottle.
Right.
Standards and practices said, no, you can't have that, because then people are gonna think that there will be making out, and we don't want a make out party. And his response is, what is a make out party?
And where are they so I can go?
Yeah. And he was like, this is dumb. And they're like, no, you gotta change it. And he's like, all right, new approval, not S&P approved. And they're like, this is not, we don't approve of that. And he's like, I don't see the problem. Not S&P approved has been approved by the S&P.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah, but like it's like insane the shit they have to deal with.
Yeah.
From
I mean-
standards of I mean every show.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're Drawn Together had one that I thought was pretty ridiculous, because in one of their episodes they had one wherever like they killed the babysitter, and then like turns out the babysitter was alive whenever they were trying to like dump her body in the pool. And so they had one like after her body was in the pool, like, oh, we should get her out, we should save her, like we could possibly save her. And like Toot freaks out and like hits her over the head with the parasail, and then like when she like tries to grab the edge of the pool to pull herself back up, she takes hedge clippers and like starts cutting her fingers off, and going on about how like this is gonna be helpful for everybody except for the babysitter. And it's like this bloody scene where she's snipping her fingers off basically. And I guess in the original take of that, she pulled out a blowtorch and she would like blowtorched her fingers off for that scene. And I guess standards and practices said you can't have her blowtorch off her fingers because we're afraid that a kid actually might get his hands on a blowtorch and actually do that to somebody.
Again, a kid.
Yeah, a kid, like Drawn Together. Also, I feel like it's much more realistic that like a kid would watch somebody cut someone else's fingers off with the hedge clippers and try that more so than like operate a fucking blowtorch.
I think more people own hedge clippers than a blowtorch.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly.
You're literally the only human being,
That mayo in a blowtorch.
no, that has ever brought up that they've even watched Drawn Together,
Yes.
let alone
Nah,
has reverence
There are
for
some
it.
people who like. There
There-
definitely is a.
There's
cult
definitely an
following around
audience for that.
You're the only person I've ever met in my entire life.
That's fair.
That's more fair. But yeah. So ultimately, Centaur World, pretty neat, pretty good.
Okay.
I think it's gonna kind of be one of those shows people will look back fondly about.
Where are we on this? We're about getting there. Um, I'll say just real quick, Snowpiercer season 3 was on HBO Max.
Ooh.
Me and Liz watched that very, 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 very quickly.
I still need to jump on that.
It was a weird season 3 was. Going into it, they even knew they were having a season 4. It was greenlit after the first episode came out of season 3 for season 4. So they knew right away. It felt like a transition season. Like, where, hey, we're like, we're coming out of a big, like, we're coming out of like a big thing. This is going to be like a slower season. We're going to like get to know characters again. We're going to get to know where they're at in this world again. And then we're going to set up a fucking huge thing at the end. Like, literally world-changing huge thing at the end of season 3 for season. And I want season 4 in my eyeballs immediately.
Okay.
And I have to wait a year.
Will be
Fun stuff.
releasing monthly. Oh, Shani's saying he's seen Drawn Together. Dry's
See,
saying like
thank you, Schnee.
people who like it.
Yeah.
I think he does like it though, from what I remember.
Yeah.
You don't like bring it up a lot.
I don't bring it up very often, but like I think he only brings it up because like whenever I was living in Utah, they just one of us sound cracky.
Crackly? Thing.
I wonder if it's me. I hope I didn't like hit my mic.
Well, there was a lot of stepping on stuff that happened.
Yeah, that's fair. But I think it's because like whenever I was living in Utah, like I just found all 3 seasons on DVD, and I just have all 3 seasons of DVD for Drawn Together. Therefore, I've like seen all the episodes, and I've seen the commentary on some of the episodes.
Oh yeah. I definitely remember seeing Schnee watch it.
Yeah, one of us is crackly.
All of us are real crackly.
All
Oh,
right,
boy.
Check the strips. Hope it was-
I'm betting it has been. Well, it's a good thing that this stream is about to go down, so that we can unplug and replug everything, because
Yeah.
we're about to come back, and
Come back and play some Undertale.
yeah.
That's it. Lesson learned: standards and practices 6.
6 sucks.
6. Schnee says Drawn Together. I can't even form an opinion on.
You know what? That's completely fair. I have a dark sense of humor. I have to censor myself a little
I
bit
think
for
it
the
like
show.
has moments.
It definitely has some pretty funny moments.
But,
Like, I'm not gonna say like in general it's super funny, but it definitely has some moments that are moments that are super funny.
Yeah. I think just as a whole, I'm not like super old on it. But every now and then I see like an out of context clip, and I'm like, oh, that was kind of funny.
Yeah, and
And
that's
like
mostly
Family
what,
Guy in that regard. Sometimes like an
Yeah,
out
it
of context
is.
clip is funny.
that's the thing is like they've had some jokes that were really funny, but like in general, it just kind of. But I used to like. I guess another thing is whenever I was in Job Corps, I actually showed that show to a couple people, and just to freak them out. One good example is they had like a gay butt sex joke, wherever like a guy was
What?
getting
drawn together. No.
Yeah, definitely. But they had a joke wherever like a guy was like getting his shoulders rubbed and like kind of like show like they were gonna get down or start having sex. And the transition of it of like showing that they're gonna be doing it is there's like these mountains that were shaped like butt cheeks, and there was a tunnel right in the middle of it, and a train was going towards that tunnel. But as soon as it got to the tunnel was too small for the train, and so like it had to back up, and then like it started forcing its way through the tunnel, and a little bit of blood started coming out of it. And I showed that clip to a friend, and like and he thought it was hilarious because he was laughing his ass off. And I looked at him to see him laughing, and about 6 or 7 people behind him watching the show on the TV, just horrified of what was on there, which made me laugh.
That's like funny because that's like fairly tame.
Yeah,
Considering
some of the jokes that they make, especially in like the later on seasons. Oh my god.
Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and pull this stream down. We're gonna wiggle some wires, unplug some stuff, replug it back in, test some stuff to make sure we're not crackly as shit. We're gonna not step on any more wires, and we'll be back with some Undertale. So
Yeah.
Oh, I should say, since this is gonna be a whole different segment, if you want to get a hold of us, you can do that at thelastOnesInPodcast@gmail.com, or you can go to our link tree, which is going into the chat archive right now, linktr.ee/LOIP. You're going to find a bunch of our socials there and some places where you can listen to our podcast that comes out every single Thursday. Make sure to check out our streams every Wednesday and Saturday night. All right, we're going to drop this down and be right back.
All right. Be back soon.